Hi, I'm Ann Jenkins. I am the owner of Annie's Clock Brunch, 934B Main Street in Worcester, Massachusetts. I have been here since 1987, and we bought the establishment in 1991. A federal ID number that costs $285 to change it to Annie's Clock Brunch. Wendy was an owner back in the late 80s. She owned the restaurant for 5 years.
Oh, okay.
And I bought it from two Greek brothers. They bought it from her.
Okay.
And I started working for them in '87. Well, I became a single parent, divorced, and I moved to the neighborhood, and they were friends that I've known, two brothers that I've known for years. They were looking for a waitress, mother's hours. I walked to work. It was a good shift. So I started waitressing in the summer of '87, and I did catering before that, so I kind of knew what I was doing. Worked the waitressing, and I enjoyed meeting the new people, the faculty, the students, going to parties. I mean, back then I used to go to a lot of the parties. I didn't grow up, I grew up on Russell Street, Elm Park.
Okay.
Yeah, and I moved to Maine South with my marriage, Canterbury Street, and then I got burnt out of Canterbury Street and moved off of Ripley Street, Faircourt near the Catholic school. That's when I started working here in '87. Basically, if you keep your clientele and you keep customers, your business is going to survive, you know? But you have to know how to work with people and get along with people, and sometimes tell them to go to hell. I mean, whatever, you know? I mean, yeah, well, you know, you know that saying the customers are always right? Well, sometimes I don't agree. Well, look, you have to work it, and you have to enjoy what you do. You can't be in it for the money. If you're going to be in it for just financial reasons, that sucks. It's a bad reason. You know, you have to like what you do. You can't get up and say, I gotta go work again, you know? Oh, don't trust me, there's days I do that, but then I enjoy talking to the people. That's another thing, you mingle. It's not like, you know, a Pub 99 or something restaurant where, you know, you got your computers and all that. You know what it is like this.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I mean, I see somebody walk in the door and I already know what they're going to eat. I take half the orders before the waitresses get there. Come on, you know? Like I said, you got to work your business. I worked 7 days a week for years. You know, it's 24/7 when you own your own business. Well, you know, within the last 5-7 years, it was a Sunday off. Then Mondays during the summer when I didn't take a vacation. And then when I said, wow, I can pay the bills with this. Why am I working Mondays? And I'm like, so I took Sunday and Monday, you know? And then, of course, yes, give yourself a weekend. Because you've always working for the place. You got to shop. You know, you got to do things for it. So you're not completely not doing something, but at least not waking up at 3:30 in the morning. That's, like, wonderful. Being able to lay in bed until at least, you know, whenever I want, you know? So, I mean, that was... What such little things make me happy? I think you have to be more on it 24/7. But, and of course, unless there's the bennies, you know, you don't have somebody picking up 50% of your medical or 75% of your medical. You're paying 100% of it. You know, you don't have that, you know, 401 where your employee matches it. You are the employer, you know. So financial planning is always a good thing, which I wish I was a little more smarter 25 years ago that way. But you know, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, whoever does it right. You know, neighborhood friendly. I'm big time on that. I love pissing people off by smiling and saying hello, and they look at you like, really? You know, I mean, nowadays they'll walk right over you,
Yeah.
you know, before they'll say hi or anything. And I totally love saying hi. You know, going outside, putting in the awning. Hi, how are you to somebody that walks by. Totally keep them off guard.
Yeah.
And you do catch them off guard. You know, so and knowing, just knowing people. People know what my hours are here. They know my car. I can't believe how many people know my car. Yeah, they know, where's your car in? How come we didn't think you were here today, you know? And it's like, geez, you know, I couldn't do anything and get away with it if I tried, right? The prostitution has always been, okay. I don't know if there's an easy answer there. You know, personally, I think I'd like to see more police. You know, I don't see. I'm here on this corner from 4:30 in the morning and until what, 4 something in the afternoon, and I don't know how often I see a police cruiser go by. Or I would love to see a couple of officers walking by. Maybe I don't see it very often. Clark, I understand, is starting this new. Well, I guess they have had this program going on. Campus Clark Police were going to be doing a walk, and I don't know if they're still doing it or not, but I haven't noticed it. Which, you know, if you don't keep, yeah, and if you don't follow up, if you don't keep doing what you're supposed to be doing, it's not gonna, you know, push it away or push it away somewhere. Neighborhood friendly, people working together, and St. Peter's Church, the Maine South Community Center, Clark, I mean, your big brother and sister programs. Look at your schools around here now. You know, the Claremont New Project, your University Park School, Jacob Hayek, you know, I mean, people, I think, and everybody knows. I mean, I don't think it's a bad thing to know each other, to ask questions, to, you know, to work together with everything. And I think I see a lot of that. I love the thrift store across the street. I thought that was a great idea. Most of the time a surrogate mother, which is fine. You know, I never want to see somebody go hungry. You know, I mean, they might be waiting for a check. They might be whatever. You know, they'll come back with the money. A few times I've been stiffed, but, well, there's another lesson learned there. You know, whatever. Sometimes it's, most of the time it's being a mother, I guess. The mother image, which is a good and bad thing.
We also have them employed.
Oh yeah, definitely, but I'm bitching at them all the time. Yeah, I mean, today my girls were horrible. And they know it. That's why they both got out of here real fast, too. I mean, one of them I heard had 3 hours of sleep, you know. Well, you know, I had studied, of course, honey. I go through this every year, final time, you know. I understand, but you have to understand, you have a responsibility to work. I mean, you know, today you sucked. I mean, it was horrible, and it was. And it wasn't even busy, really. Overpowering, you know. But people think being a waitress is easy. And it's not sometimes. You know, I mean, you've got things to remember. Can you imagine? I mean, I worked here. I had to add the slip. I had to make sure everything was on the slip. These guys have it easy. Most of the time, I'm yelling prices at them. I mean, that they don't even remember what the customer ate, you know? But, and they ask questions, some of them. I bitch at them. You know, I mean, whatever. If they don't like me, they won't come back. Favorite memories, you know, people smiling, people loving what you do for them, remembering what they eat, how they get their coffee. You would be surprised the little things that people like, you know. Professor Enlow, Cynthia Enlow, she's retired professor at Clark University. I'm sure you must know, women's studies. She always the Red Sox. She knew them as the Boston Braves. Okay, back in 1930. She's an old. Okay, but anyways, Boston, we were bet. It was a bet, and it was a Red Sox bet. Well, she lost. She had to do a sink full of pots and pans now, not dishes, but pots and pans. And trust me, we gave her a big one. I got pictures of it back there. And she came in like a trooper, put an apron on, and she did those goddamn pots and pans, even though I knew she was cursed the whole time doing it, you know? That there is one of my great memories. I've got professors, especially the science department, Professor Thurlow, you know, I mean, he's wonderful. He sat at the counter one day, we were so busy, we didn't doing dishes. Next thing I look over and I see Professor Thurlow doing dishes. And putting them in the dishwasher, and I'm like, Professor, you just keep working, he said. And I'm like, okay, Professor. I mean, they consider themselves shareholders in the restaurant. You know, a lot of the professors, they all, you know, a lot of people, you know, they get basic prices, and they know they come and get lunch or whatever, and they're stockholders. Whether they're going to see something someday, but they keep telling me every day that we're here, they see something. So I'm like, there you go, you know? It is. And then you like the story. It is. I was cleaning out my, getting ready, you know, Christmas wrapping and stuff. And I've got this junk room, which I think everybody hopefully has, where you throw everything, you know, and shut the door. Well, so I'm trying to clean this the other day because I'm trying to make room for more stuff, okay? And I find this letter, and I'm opening it up, and I'm reading it, and it's a woman, and I want to say like 10 years ago maybe even longer. And it says, when I'm overwhelmed with life and I need some downtime and some unwinding to do, I love coming in here and sitting on the counter and having breakfast with you. Your conversation, the way, and it's just a wonderful, and you know, it's signed Paula. And what did it say? It says financially, sometimes I can't afford it, but when I do, I come here. Well, you know, it just made me smile again. I folded it up and I kept it, and I want to frame it, you know, and put it on the wall. I don't think she's been, like I said, for quite a while, but it's another, you know, you smile. Same thing when people, the book, you know, Worcester Magazine voted Best Shot Arctic Cook, and Lunch, and like 12 years in a row. Clark alumni, students, you know, putting things in the paper and stuff. It's really nice. It really is, yeah.